Hello. Greetings, all of you in Italy, from me here in Florida, in the United States. It's great to have this opportunity to speak with you on the StepNet website. I'm thrilled that Viviana invited me to reach out to all of you. And first of all, I want to congratulate StepNet and Viviana for their really important work that Viviana and her leadership team are doing in making things happen for parents and families and educators of gifted children throughout Italy. It's really exciting, and I understand that StepNet is entering its 10th anniversary. That's pretty terrific. So I'm really thrilled and very pleased to be here and congratulate Viviana and StepNet. Viviana asked me to update the group on what's been happening in my world in 2020, and I'm happy to do that. Of course, the novel coronavirus pandemic is impacting all of us here in the United States, as it has and continues to impact in Italy and across the globe. Things are very challenging here for our health system and for our economic system as well, and certainly for gifted children and all children in the schools and families as well. And we just all hope that scientists come up with medications that are effective and ultimately a vaccine that's effective for COVID-19. As you probably have read in the news in the United States, we're also dealing with Black Lives Matter, a profound movement here in the States and taking hold throughout Europe that's addressing long-standing racial bigotry that has stained the United States since our early history. So I'm cautiously optimistic that good things, systemically, structurally, and for all of us individuals, come out of Black Lives Matter. Certainly across the globe, we've been dealing with not only racial bigotry, but misogyny and so many other groups of disenfranchised and marginalized populations. So it's an important movement both in the USA and across the globe. So an update on what I've been doing in 2020. That's kind of easy. I haven't been as busy as in previous years. I guess 3 or 4 things stand out that we've accomplished in my research lab and in my clinic that I'm happy to share. First is we just recently published a chapter on talent development and the gifted for a book published by Oxford University Press on development of expertise. So I was very gratified to be included in this volume on development of expertise, provided with an opportunity to talk a bit about what we know about the gifted and how to nurture and develop their gifts and skills. So that's exciting. Second thing that's been happening in 2020 is I've been working closely with my publisher in Canada, MHS, on publication of a new version of my gifted rating scales, the GRS. It will be called the GRS2. So we're really excited about this. We've been doing some item analysis and item pruning and revising the measures. We also spent a good 2 years developing a parent version as a companion to the teacher version of the GRS. So that I'm really thrilled about, and particularly because we built into the parent form of the GRS measures of strengths of the heart. So some of you familiar with my work know that I've focused a lot on social and emotional needs of bright, high-achieving students, wanting to include, in addition to head strengths, a focus on heart strengths and strengths of the soul. So we have that in the new GRS2, and it should be out in March, April of 2021. So that's another exciting thing I've been working on. Third thing is with the coronavirus. You know, I'm a clinician by training and by vocation. So I do counseling and psychotherapy for gifted children and youth and their parents. So I've moved to, over the last 6 months, I've moved to using Skype and Zoom to reach out and be available to counsel bright kids and their families who are struggling with any number of issues related to the pandemic. So that's been a challenge for me over the last 4 to 6 months. As part of that work, clinical work, we've also been experimenting with some very new mental health apps that can be actually used with smartphones for gifted kids and adolescents. So I'm real excited about this. This is probably going to be my next significant research venture in the clinical world, which is to do mental health apps used on smartphone. Can they help gifted kids struggling with depression, anxiety, eating disorders, as well as can they be used to build resilience, better coping, and higher well-being. So real excited about that. That's probably enough to tell you about what I've been doing in 2020. A few other things, but I'll wait till 2021 when hopefully I'll be back visiting you in Italy, and I can tell you firsthand some of the things that my team and I have been working on and excited about. So I want to wish you all much success. I want to suggest you be careful, cautious, safe during this very challenging time with the coronavirus. Don't take too many risks, but don't stay home frightened either. We need to continue to go on living and growing, but being smart, because clearly we're dealing with a worldwide pandemic that is very dangerous. I say goodbye to all of you, and I wish you the very best. Ciao.